Harrison, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll start with Sean Cunningham.
Hey, Harrison. I know, defensive efforts have been tough for you guys all season long, and tonight wasn't great. But how much do you think? I don't want to make excuses for you, but how much do you think the past 24 hours and kind of what you guys went through may have played a role?
I think the biggest thing right now for us is we didn't execute the game plan. We can talk about a lot of different things that happened before the game, that happened during the game, but the reality is that we had a game plan. We didn't execute that, and until we do that, I don't think it's fair to try to say what other things influence the game.
James Hand.
Yeah, Harrison, on the defensive end, you guys you looked lost. You allowed a team that is the worst offensive team in the league to drop 140 on you. What is it that you're seeing, just the disconnect? Because watching it on the screen, it clearly looks like you guys just aren't on the same page.
Like I said, I mean, we had a game plan coming into the game and we didn't execute it. So, we started, changing coverages on the fly, try to do different things to get stops. I mean, we have one coverage, we weren't getting stops. We have other coverage not getting stops. So, at some point, it simply just comes down to stopping the guy who's in front of you, regardless of who it is, closing out, getting the rebound, closing out, getting a loose ball. I mean, those are basic defensive principles that we're not doing right now, and that's why we're on this losing streak.
Jason Jones.
Hey, Harrison, I think even when you arrived and before, we've talked about game plan discipline, attention to detail, all those type of things that you need to beat to win in the NBA. Just how frustrated are you that we're 30 plus games in and you're still talking about executing the game plan as opposed to, in these losses?
I mean, the reality is if we don't execute a game plan, we're not going to win a game unless we have just an all-time performance. I mean, you just can't allow teams to put 140 on you, to have 50 plus points off the bench. The coaches, our staff, take time to, come up with a game plan. And if we execute that and that's not working, then we can go to something else. But if we don't execute that, then it's gonna be a long night for us.
Go to Jason Anderson.
Hey, HB, I have two questions, if that's okay. Firstly, on the game plan, is the game plan sound? Is it something you guys should be able to execute, or is there some reason you guys are not, physically or mentally capable of doing that as a group?
No, I mean, we're capable to do it. We have shown that we can do it. I mean, I'm sure there's a few good possessions that we did it tonight, but over the course of the game, 5 guys being connected on that string, 5 guys executing what we're doing. If 3 guys are executing a double team and 2 guys are just a second late, then that's what's going to allow them to shoot 60% in the first half. If we're supposed to load up in transition and we run to our man, then that's going to allow them to get wide open layups in transition and things like that.
Okay. And secondly, it's been a couple of weeks now, but I think it was Jaylen Brown who said that there were some lingering effects of having COVID-19 for him with the respiratory issues and just things he could feel. Have you heard that anecdotally from guys around the league? Let's just say, is that a real thing that some of you guys have had to deal with?
I mean, I lived it. I definitely, felt the lingering effects of COVID, for a couple of months, after the bubble. So, I mean, I definitely understand, what guys are going through who have had it, who, just currently, got cleared, things like that. And it's something, I think the lingering effects is something that not a lot of people talk about, but it's real.
Go back to Sean Cunningham.
Harrison, just do you guys feel that? I know you've dealt with your share of winning in this league, and these guys, a lot of them are still young. Do you feel that there's a good response or a good reaction to some of the losing ways? Do you see the right kind of mentality with some of these guys when they experience a streak like this?
I mean, I don't know if there's necessarily a good mentality during a losing streak. I just think it comes down to just the black and white of when we win, we execute the game plan, and we do that with energy and effort. When we don't, that makes sometimes it's because we don't have energy and effort. Sometimes it's IQ, but it's going to look disorganized. It's going to look sloppy, and you're going to see performances like you do tonight. So, to me, I think the most important thing, regardless of how anyone feels, it's what we're doing. And right now, we're not performing at the level that we should be performing at.
All right, last one, Denny Gorman.
Harrison, when you talk about, I guess, energy and effort, do you feel like that wasn't there tonight? And has it not been there throughout the entire road trip? This entire 9-game stretch, rather?
No, I mean, I think it's more IQ based. We have energy. I mean, you can see that on the offensive end. I mean, we have no problem running up and down the floor, doing all that type of stuff. But it's how smart are we playing defensively on our rotations? How locked in are we to that? And our communication, are we talking, or does one guy think the big is in a drop and then the big is up, thinking he's in a switch or a blitz, and then the roller is getting a wide open layup? So there's all these different things that are going on, but we just have to play the game within the game better. And like I said, execute the game plan.
Okay. Thank you, HB. Good to go.